मुक्तिप्रदायक शङ्कर गुरो श्री शङ्कर मुक्तिप्रदायक शङ्कर शङ्कर आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ परमानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ परमानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ चिन्मयानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ परमानंद गुरु सच्चिदानंद गुरु चिन्मयानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ परमानंद गुरु सच्चिदानंद गुरु चिन्मयानंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ आनंद गुरुनाथ रमण आनंद गुरुनाथ
Hari Om. Today's Aarti Seva will be by Srimati and Sri Vishwanath. Along with them, we request Srimati and Sri Rakesh to please come forward and perform the Aarti.
ಗುರುಪಾದಕ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಬೇಡವಾ? ಸರಿ,
ಆರತಿ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮೊದಲು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂಚೆ.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया, धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सर्व में उनके शांति समाए, शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए। पाप ताप संताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्ध बारी की तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Other mic.
Hari Om. We have two more important announcements. All of you are aware of the Sadhana Day for study group members in Chokkalli on Sunday, 22nd February. Venue is, Sadhana Day venue is in Chinmay Vidyalaya, Kormangala on Sunday, 22nd February 2026. And the text all of you know is Updesh Sara by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. And the Sadhana Day starts exactly at 10. So please, we request all of you, all 30 group members, to please be present there. Another announcement, we'll be having a very special Chick camp, Yukendra camp in Chokkalli. We are giving time. It is from April 3rd to April 5th. April 3rd happens to be Good Friday, 4th is Saturday, 5th is Sunday. It will be a Chick camp only for youngsters, and the topic also is what already Swamiji has taken, Chaturvida Bhakti. It will be monitored by Swami Ghanananda of our Mangalore Center. So please, lot of time is there. Please start inspiring the children and grandchildren in your houses to attend the camp on April 3rd, 4th and 5th in Chokkalli. We have a beautiful ashram there, Chinmaya Sandipani. How many have gone to Chokkalli? Excellent. We have Omkareshwara, Shiva. We have his son, Ganapati, 45 feet open air statue. It's a beautiful campus. So please do ask the youngsters to attend the Chick camp on April 3rd, 4th and 5th. Hari Om.
Too loud. It is too loud. All right. Couple of announcements before we begin the session. Have you received this envelope? Okay. So this is our tradition that whenever we gain any knowledge from our Guru, we offer this Guru Dakshina at the feet of the Guru. So we have received this knowledge from our Pujya Gurudev. So all of us will be offering Guru Dakshina, including me. Okay, I am not your Guru. Guru is him only. So we offer our Guru Dakshina at his feet. So tomorrow the last session is there. After the last session, everybody will be able to come in front and offer Guru Dakshina at the feet of Pujya Gurudev, and you will be receiving a special prasad pustika. Okay, in terms of knowledge, only is the best prasad. So that you will also be receiving tomorrow. So when you come tomorrow, please bring this envelope. Yatha Shakti, Yatha Mati, as per your wish, as per your capacity, you can offer Guru Dakshina in this. Your details are to be written, okay, along with PAN number and all these details. ATG receipt generally we do give, and you can mention the amount also here. If in case anybody wants to offer online Guru Dakshina, that also option is available. Also, those people who are joining us online, who are not coming here in person, the link will be shared in the YouTube video description as well as in the comments. So you can also offer Guru Dakshina as per your wish, today or tomorrow, in both cases. For those who are here, we will be doing Guru Dakshina program tomorrow. Also, second announcement is a very important announcement for all of us. Many times when we get this kind of knowledge in 1 week or 7 days, 10 days, after some time we forget, isn't it? We need continuous reminder of this knowledge. It's like medicine that you have to take after every interval. Because the first medicine that you have taken, the effect will go away in some time. You have to take another medicine. So we in Chinmay Mission have a very beautiful way of continuing our study, and that is called study group. We have groups where a few people come together and discuss on the spiritual topics, on Advaita Vedantic texts. And I am very happy, actually delighted to know that there are 80 such groups in Bangalore itself. I don't think any Chinmay Mission center has so many study groups. So please, one time claps. 120 Bal Vihars, 80 study groups in Bangalore itself. So you all are so lucky. In many of the other cities, in the entire city, there will be 4 or 5 study groups. You have 80 study groups. And they are not stopped at 80 also. Tomorrow we want to start few more. So many of you who are new to this kind of systematic study, who are not part of study group, tomorrow after the session, Sheshadriji, Jain Sheshadriji is here. He will meet you for 10 minutes, only for 10 minutes. So by the time we complete Guru Dakshina program also, you can finish that meeting, to start a study group for those who are not part of Chinmay Mission study group. Okay? Don't miss this chance. It is a free class, weekly class that happens free of charge, but you get so much out of it. See, everything in the world that is essential is free. Air is free, water is free. You want that water in your tap, you will have to pay, but otherwise water is free. Like that, the study group also is free only, but you need to pay in terms of your commitment, in terms of your dedication, in terms of your time. That's the only payment that is required, but one of the best ways to continuously study. All right, so tomorrow we will do that also. So those who are new to this, please come prepared that maybe tomorrow another 10 minutes you will have to spend. All right, chalo. जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि, जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम कृष्ण हरि। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। So far we have seen two sections of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. First 6 chapters form the first section, which is focused on Tvam Pada Vichara, discussion about the Jiva, the real nature of the Jiva, the goal of the Jiva, the path of the Jiva. So Karma Yoga, Jnana Karma Sannyasa, Dhyana Yoga and Sankhya Nishtha, which we are supposed to reach. Second section from chapters 7 to 12 focused on Tat Pada Vichara, discussion on that God. Who is God? What is the nature of God? How that God is the creator, sustainer, dissolver, but yet doesn't do anything. How in his presence everything happens. Maya adhyakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. Remember? So 7th chapter, 9th chapter, they all are giving explanation of who is that God. Jnanam vijnana sahitam. Because only when I have knowledge of that, I will be able to experience it. Right? Now that automatically leads us to how to experience Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam when you say. So Bhagavan says you can experience it everywhere. How 10th chapter gave how Bhagavan is present in everything of the world. Vibhuti Vistara Yoga. How everything that we see is Bhagavan's glory only. 10th chapter is very interesting. If you see, there are some 74 things that Bhagavan says. That among these I am this, among these I am this. Like that 74 things. Then he says, why to say more? Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shrimadurjitameva va tattadeva avagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhava. Whatever we see in the world, after seeing which we feel, oh my God, what a glorious thing, what a nice thing. Understand that that is God. Whether it is a monument, you go and say, super. Whether it is a natural thing, some mountain, some river, whether it is some temple, whether it is some person who exhibits enormous kind of greatness, immediately we must understand that aspect is God. So God is not just some idea which is there in the books and therefore we must know. No, it is experiential entity. In every single person, in every single object, we can experience God. The greatness of Bhagavan is shown again in 11th chapter, where he shows how the entire world is present in himself. Vishwarupa Darshan. Then compassionate Bhagavan says, maybe for many people knowledge is difficult. Know God, understand God, try to see God may become difficult. And therefore in 12th chapter, he gives the path of devotion. How you can love God. Love is a very serious business, I tell you. It is not a casual thing. It's a serious thing. In the last session, we understood this Bhakti Yoga path of devotion. Why is it special? Why Bhagavan says that among Nirguna Bhaktas and Saguna Bhaktas are best? Why does he say? Because anybody can do it. It is the path where nobody is excluded. Nobody is stopped. Nirguna Bhakti is rather, Nirguna Upasana is such where you have to prepare yourself to go there. So unless you have practiced Saguna Bhakti, you may not be eligible for Nirguna Bhakti. But Saguna Bhakti, everybody can do. That is why he says it is great. It's the best. And how to have that Saguna Bhakti? He gave steps also. He showed the goal. Mayyeva mana adatso, mai buddhim niveshe, nivasishyasi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na samshe. See, imagine how much compassion God must be having. That he comes down, step by step he comes down. This much can you do? At least this much can you do? There is no way we can say no after so much of convincing. And we also saw in the last session how we can love God. There is a technique. Ishtadevata. Choose the form of God that you like. Establish a connection through a proper relationship. Spend quality and quantity time with God. That is how love develops. For anybody in the world, you want to love a person, you have to spend time with that person. Same way for God. If you want to love God, you have to spend time with that God. Quality and quantity both. Quality time means what? At that time, you are not doing anything else. You are just focused on God. That focused on God may happen, may not happen. That's not initially only 100% focus should be there. Nothing like that. 2% is there, 3% is there, start. Slowly it will build. Quality time. And then quantity time also. Spend more and more time with God. Make God center of your life. That was the next step. Everything that you do, yes, you are doing bhakti sadhanas, puja, japa, chintana, all that you are doing. Now outside that also, in every aspect of life, God should be there. And I tell you, our ancestors have put our culture in such a way that it automatically happens. When we get up, we remember Bhagavan only and start our day, isn't it? Karagre vasde Lakshmi Karamadde Karamule tu Govindam Pravate Vartasam. Then you start. When you are taking bath, Gange che Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhuka. All our ancestors, our parents told us to chant something. When we are cooking, we are supposed to chant something. When we sit for food, we are supposed to remember God and then start our eating. When we are doing study, abhyasa, some study, etc., before we do that, we remember Namaste Saraswati. Why? Every single aspect they have put God. Why? Because that is the essence. Make God center of your life. And then we said, make God your life. That is where we have to reach. There is nobody else other than God. So in essence, this jnana or bhakti as goal is one and the same. You call it jnana, you call it bhakti, it doesn't matter. Why? Because jnana also is of oneness, that I am Brahman. And bhakti also means oneness. When you love somebody means what? That you identify with that person. You don't see a difference. So when I love my brother, what I mean by that, anything happens to him, happens to me. So be careful. Why do I say that? Because there is identity that I experience. So in bhakti also, love is such that oneness is seen between me and God. Please understand, bhakti is also Advaita only. Many people think jnana is Advaita, bhakti is Dvaita. No. Bhakti is also Advaita. The difference is in the paths. We said jnana and bhakti are one and the same, but jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, paths are different. One is the path of inquiry, shravana, manana, nididhyasana. Another is a path of devotion. You just love. No sequence proper, etc. Nothing. Veji, can I do puja before doing japa? Yes. Can I do japa before puja? Yes. Can I do both simultaneously? Yes. You do however you want. Why? When you love somebody, there are no rules. You just do it. Paths different, goal same. You call that goal as jnana, you call that goal as bhakti, it doesn't really matter. Right? But then we also said, all said and done, Vedji, what? It is difficult. You may say bhakti marga is easy, but when I start practicing, I know, even when I am doing japa, when I am sitting in front of God, mind doesn't agree. Mind doesn't focus there. Yes, I am chanting His name, I am looking at His form, but mind goes somewhere else. And to tell you frankly, some days my mind is very good. Some days it is just too atrocious. And some days it is just too lazy to do anything. Why? That is our today's topic. The topic of Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Having understood what is the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, the difficulties that sadhakas face is because of the way our mind is. So, what Bhagavan does now? Bhagavan says, understand your mind. Understand that mind has these three gunas. And mind goes through these three gunas. When you understand them separately, you will be able to tackle them properly. Actually speaking, these last 6 chapters, which is called the third section, it is for what? To show oneness, isn't it? Now, Tvam Pada, first 6 chapters. Tat Pada, next 6 chapters. Now, last 6 chapters are showing that I am that Brahman. Now, the way to show oneness is by showing differentiation. See how God does. He is trying to show oneness. How does He show oneness? By differentiating. That is why in the last 6 chapters, you have 4 out of them called as Vibhaga Yoga. Isn't it? What is 13th chapter? Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Vibhaga Yoga. 14th chapter? Gunatraya, Vibhaga Yoga. 16th chapter? Daiva Asura Sampad, Vibhaga Yoga. 17th chapter? Shraddhatraya, Vibhaga Yoga. So God is showing, Bhagavan Shri Krishna here is showing us differentiation so that we can see oneness. What a way. He said you understand them differently so that you can go beyond them and understand oneness. Now in all these things we must understand. When you say Gunatraya Vibhaga, Vibhaga means distinction, differentiation. Traya means 3, Guna means gunas, nature. We will see what is the meaning of the word Guna. So when you say Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, it means path of discriminating 3 gunas. Now when you say discriminating 3 gunas, it has 2 meanings. Within them, we should be able to discriminate that this is guna number 1, this is guna number 2, this is guna number 3. This is called differentiation. Number 2, we can differentiate them from the self. That self is other than the 3 gunas. Understand? Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga means path of discriminating 3 gunas. Means what? Within them I must understand which one is each. What is guna number 1, guna number 2, guna number 3? I must understand. And number 2, I must understand that I am different from these 3 gunas. Both Bhagavan does in this 14th chapter, which is called Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Now this concept of 3 gunas is very much there in many chapters, in many texts, not just in Gita, but in many texts, many chapters, this concept comes, mention comes. Also we must understand Triguna has got different meanings in each science. You see, any word, carefully listen, any word when used in a particular science has a technical sense. Technical sense is there. And therefore that word becomes technical term. Paribhashika Shabda. Let me explain this. When I use the word work, W-O-R-K, work, what do you understand? Work means action, job, correct? In physics, the word work has a specific meaning. Work, W, is equal to force into displacement. Remember, we all studied, okay? 6th standard, 7th standard physics. Work is equal to force into displacement. Now the word work is same word, but in physics it will have a technical meaning. So a physicist, when he says how much work has happened, When the question is asked in the paper, you have to find out force, you have to find out how much the object was displaced, you have to multiply, and then you have to find this much work has happened. In the same way, the word guna has a technical meaning in Vedanta Shastra. In general, the word guna in Sanskrit means rope. Rope. Rajju is guna. But when that word guna is used in specific science, it goes to have specific meaning. So in Vedanta Shastra, when you refer to word guna, that term means three gunas. Three gunas. What are they? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. What is this guna? Guna is nature of mind. Okay, simple term, nature of mind. But as I said, in some other science, the same word guna will have different meaning. For example, Ayurveda also speaks of three gunas. Do you know? Kapha, Vata and Pitta. Now the word guna is same. Three also is same. But in Ayurveda Shastra, that word guna and triguna will have different meaning. If you study Sanskrit grammar, there is also concept of guna. And there are also three gunas. There are three letters who are called guna, A, and O. These three letters are clubbed together and they are given a name, guna. So we must understand that here we are talking about triguna from the standpoint of Vedanta Shastra, where it refers to the nature of mind. Gurudev used to call it climatic conditions of mind. He says mind changes its conditions all the time. So those conditions are called gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Now, see, the words Sattva, Rajas, Tamas also mean something. Word meaning also is there. Like guna means rope. Like that Sattva means goodness. Sat means good. Sattva means goodness. Nobility is the meaning of the word Sattva. Rajas, Sakaranta Shabda. Rajas means dirt. Dirt, dust is called Rajas. And Tamas, the word means Andhakara, darkness. Now, why these three terms are given to the conditions of mind? Because mind also has got these three conditions. That is what we are going to understand today. What are these three gunas? How to differentiate them? How do they become predominant? What happens? What is the effect? Everything we will see. But before that, we must understand what is the origin of these three gunas. From where do they originate? So we say they don't originate, they are just there. As what? As the nature of Maya. They belong to Maya. Those who have studied Tattva Bodha, remember the definition of Maya. Brahma Shraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. It is there, it is not born. It is there, and its nature is that of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, three gunas. Maya. Maya, what is this Maya? Maya is that Prakriti. Remember? Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti hi suyate. That Prakriti is called Maya. So Bhagavan here begins by explaining this concept where he says, Mama yonir mahad brahma tasmin garbham dadhamyaham sambhava sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata sarva yonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiyaha tasam brahma mahad yonihi aham bija pradah pita. Bhagavan says, I as Brahman am the father of the world and Maya is the mother. Hey Vechi, what do you mean? Brahman, the sentient entity, is the nimitta karana, efficient cause of the world, and Maya, the inert entity, is the material cause of the world. Remember, we have seen this earlier? Now, suppose I make a pot from clay, then the qualities of the pot will depend upon qualities of that clay. Correct? When I make watch out of metal, what kind of watch it will be depends on what kind of metal I had. So when you say Maya is the material cause of the world, Maya has three gunas, the entire world also will have these three gunas. And therefore, actually speaking, how do we know that Maya has three gunas? By observing the world. Because we can never know Maya. Karyanumeya, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in Viveka Chudamani, that Maya is how? Karyanumeya. From the effect you are inferring that the cause should be like this. Many times it happens to us also, no? When your son or daughter does something and you say, in front of people, behave properly. Why? They will say, I have not taught you anything. You see? From the effect they can infer the cause. But many times we forget this cause-effect relationship also. Some people come to me and Swamiji, you know, my son doesn't listen to me at all. Then I say, naturally he is your son. What do you mean? He will have qualities of you and your husband only. What else? From where else the qualities are going to come? Anuvamshikata. Carried forward. So never we should get too much surprised that you know how, that is how it works. That is how it is. So the point is what? From seeing the effect, we are inferring the cause. We see that in the world, everything has three gunas, therefore we infer that Maya also has three gunas. But these three gunas belong to Maya. Actually speaking, this is some technical thing. When there is equilibrium of three gunas, equilibrium means all of them are in the same state, balanced state. Samya avastha it is called. When all three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamo guna, all three are in samya avastha, in equilibrium, there is no creation. Only when that equilibrium breaks, because of preponderance of tamas, etc., the reasons are given in the scriptures, only when the equilibrium breaks, then that Maya becomes the world. Are you understanding this? Sattva, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna, all three are there in everything of the world. Because they are there in Maya, which is the cause of the world. So naturally, the gunas of the cause have come to the gunas of the effect. That is how, that is why we will see that entire world has these three gunas. There is one medical emergency. Let me make that announcement, then we will go to the talk. Vehicle number KA05MT3643. Please remove your vehicle. There is a medical emergency. Anybody with this? Right. All right. So, because the cause Maya has these three gunas, the entire effect has these three gunas. So, everything of the world is divided into three: sattva, rajas, tamo. So, each and every one of us has these three gunas. Maybe somebody has sattva more, rajoguna less, tamoguna lesser, and the combination permutation may change, but everybody has. There are, whatever you see, animals are of three types: sattva, sattvic animals, rajasic animals, tamasic animals. Food of three types. People of three types. Everything, understanding of three types. Bhagavan actually in 17th chapter and 18th chapter tells so many things that are all three types of Shraddha, three types of Ahara, three types of Yajna, three types of Tapas, three types of Jnana, three types of Tyaga, then three types of vision, three types of action, three types of doer, three types of understanding, three types of dhriti, fortitude, three types of joy. Sukha is also three types. Sleep is also three types. Do you know this? There is sattvic sleep, rajasic sleep and tamasic sleep. Sometimes when we sleep and when we get up, we are very fresh. Sometimes the entire sleep is very disturbed. And sometimes even after sleeping for a long time, after getting up also you are still lazy. Sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Three types of sleep. Everything in our life is these three types. Those people who are studying psychology, your entire career is this chapter, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Why? All minds can be divided into three types. Sattvic mind, rajasic mind, tamasic mind. Full stop. There is nothing more. Now one warning I must give you before we go further. In Vedanta, whatever we study is for ourselves to change, not to judge the world. So after today's class, don't go on saying, hey, Rajasic fellow. You are not understanding Sattva, Rajas, Tamas so that you can go and hey, Tamasic fellow all the time like that. Scriptures are mirror. When you look at the mirror, you correct yourself. Don't go on correcting the world. So warning, whatever we are studying is for ourselves. Sometimes what happens, couples, husband, wife, they attend the class. And in between the class, they look at the other person. This is for you. Now the problem is from here up, I know everything that is happening. If I did not understand, it would have been good. But that doesn't happen. I know. Don't listen to Vedanta for other person. He's talking about you. Everything that is said in Bhagavad Gita is for me and nobody else. Okay? So we understand this Triguna theory for us. To understand how my mind is functioning. What is happening? Why I am not able to focus. For that only we are studying this. Alright? Now let us go forward. What is this Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna? Bhagavan makes it very simple. Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakashakamanāmayam Sukha Sangena Badnati Jnana Sangena Chanaka. He explains each guna. What is Sattva? Now I am going to make it even more simpler, okay? When we say a particular guna, two words should come to our mind. When we say Sattva Guna, two words should come to our mind. Knowledge and purity. Sattva means what? Knowledge and purity. So every aspect which has knowledge and every aspect that is pure is Sattva. Rajas, Rajo Guna, when you say, two words should come to your mind. Activity and impurity. Activity and impurity. And third, tamas, tamo guna when we say, tamas when we say, again two words should come to your mind. Ignorance and inactivity. Inactivity means laziness, inadvertence, delusion, all that. So Sattva means knowledge and purity. See, we saw the word Sattva itself means nobility, isn't it? Goodness, that is purity. Rajas, the word itself means dust. It is impurity. And tamas means darkness. Darkness is ignorance. Ignorance and inactivity. So these three gunas have these three things. So the moment we say something, these things should come to our mind. Okay, Sattva guna means knowledge and purity. Rajo guna means activity and impurity. Tamo guna means ignorance and inactivity. Now all these three, Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna, by nature, how are they? Bhagavan has explained, Nirmala. Sattva is Nirmala, pure. Rajo guna is how? Ragatmakam. It is of the nature of raga, attachment. Raga means attachment in Sanskrit, okay? Not anger. In Marathi, raga means anger. In Kannada, raga word is not there. Na, lucky you people are. Some other meaning. That raga is different. That is different. That different raga. Music raga is different. Here raga means attachment. Raga, attachment. So Rajoguna is of the nature of attachment. And what is Tamoguna? Tamattu ajnanajam viddhi, avaranatmakam. It covers, it veils, ignorance, darkness. That is the nature. Now, all three of them are guna. And guna means rope. Remember the simpler meaning of word guna was rope. Means what? All three are binding in nature. They tie us down. Their method of tying is different. But all three are bandha. That's why he says, Sukha sangena badnati, jnana sangena chanaga. Sattva, how does it tie? It ties us because of or out of joy and knowledge. Means we get joy out of something good that we do. We want to do that again and again. That is also bandha only. That is also bandha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one story of Sri Krishna which comes. That once Sri Krishna, Balarama and all the other gopas have gone to that Vrindavan forest. And they become hungry. The friends become hungry. So Sri Krishna says, okay, you go there. There are some Brahmanas who are doing yajna. You tell them that Sri Krishna has come and he wants food. So these children, they go there and Brahmana says, no, we are doing yajna. Yajna is not over yet. We have not yet offered Naivedya. We can't give. So these children, they go back saying, oh, what is this, Sri Krishna? It didn't work. He said, no, you went to wrong people. You went to their wives who are working in the kitchen. You tell them that Sri Krishna has come. So when they go again, when the wives come to know that Sri Krishna has come, they run with the food to give him. And when the husbands are stopping, they say, what idiot people you are. You are doing yajna, why? So that Bhagavan should be pleased. That Bhagavan has come to you. And you are so much focused on the action that I have to offer Naivedya. Are Sakshat Bhagavan is there in front of you. Even to good actions, we are attached. See, this attachment, bandha is better than Rajoguna, Tamoguna bandha. Agreed, but it is still bandha only. That joy binds us, knowledge binds us. Baba re Baba, how many people they just go on, I want to learn. Shankar Bhashya word to word, okay, learn. Then now Khandana Khanda Khadya I want to learn. And then I want to learn Advaita Siddhi, okay, learn. What is the result? Jnaneshwar Maharaj has written commentary on Srimad Bhagavad Gita which is called Jnaneshwari, which is very popular. Now, Eknath Maharaj, another great saint, while writing about Jnaneshwar Maharaj, he says, many times we study all these Jnaneshwari text, etc. so much. He says, Ekatari ovi anubhavavi. Says, one ovi, one line of that also, if we can experience, our job is done. I want to study this, study that. Knowledge also binds. Please put it on silent. Explain to him how to put it on silent. Once one person went to Gurudev, like this only, knowledge. Went to Gurudev and he gave Gurudev's Holy Gita book for signing, saying that, Gurudev, please sign this. This is the book that I have read 18 times. I have gone through Gita 18 times. Gurudev said, Acha, oh, okay. He signed. What? You have gone through Gita 18 times. May Gita go through you once. Isn't that the purpose of study? But many of us get attached, bound by that knowledge itself. I want this degree, then that degree, then that degree, then that degree. And then on your door there will not be any space to write BA, MA, LLB, this, that. What is the purpose of knowledge? In other place, Bhagavan calls it as golden bondage. It's better than the iron bondage and the wooden bondage, but it is bondage only still. So sukha, sattva also binds through sukha and jnana, through joy and knowledge. Now rajoguna is what? Rajoguna is activity, over enthusiasm, you want to do everything. That is called rajoguna. Isn't it? Sattva is pure calmness, knowledge. Rajoguna is, some people, they just can't sit. If you make them to sit, then they will move their something should keep moving. Isn't it? Pen is there in hand, pen will keep moving. If nothing, then why? Rajoguna. When Rajoguna is powerful, it makes us forced into action. And how is the mind at that time? Impure. Rajoguna is this activity and impurity. So too many thoughts and impure thoughts. That is Rajoguna's quality. How does it bind? It binds by activity only. As I said, we are so much attached to that action. If somebody tells us, sit down, don't do anything, we don't understand. The instruction itself is not understood. You see? Veji, don't do anything means what to do? Hey, don't do anything, just sit. No, I am telling you, that's why in small children, when we tell them don't do anything, they won't understand. So therefore, what do you say? Fold your hands, keep your finger on the action you have to tell. Even to stop the action, you have to give instruction in terms of action. Isn't it? Why? Because mind is so much attached to action. When you tell don't do anything, mind says, then what to do? Many people have this problem. When they sit for meditation, they sleep. Why should I say many people? Everybody who has tried meditating has this problem. Anybody who says that, no, I don't get sleep, because you don't meditate. If you try meditating, you will know what I am talking. Why do we sleep when we are sitting for meditation? Because mind doesn't understand. How are you awake and not doing anything? So the moment we sit for meditation and we don't do anything, mind thinks it is time to sleep. It's not mind's mistake. You have trained mind in all this way, that as long as you are awake and alive, you should keep thinking. Very fast. Mind. Mental activity is even more stronger than physical activity. When I am finishing one physical activity, hundreds of thoughts have gone through mind. Rajoguna means both. Physical action also, mental action also. So when in psychology, etc., we have overthinking, depression, all these are Rajoguna only. Majority of the problems are in this Rajoguna. That is how they bind. Tamoguna is what? Not do anything. ignorance and inactivity. Now, mind you, this tamoguna will look like sattva. It will only look like sattva. It is not. Some people are lazy by nature. Only because some other people are staying with them, these people are getting up, taking bath. Otherwise, that much also they will not do. Why? Who? One person was lying down. No tension. Then the person says, "Hey, what is this? Why are you lying down? Get up. You should work." Why? Rajoguna Pradhana person telling. So he asked, "Why should I work?" "Only if you work, you will get money." "Why money?" "When you have money, you can build house." "Why house?" "When beautiful house is there, you can have bed, AC, everything." "Why all that?" "So that you can sleep." "That I am doing now." "Why I have to do all these things and then sleep, which I can do even now?" Tamoguna will look like Sattva-guna. Only difference is whether it is out of knowledge or out of ignorance. Why? Because purity and inactivity will be similar. The distinction is not there. The distinction is knowledge and ignorance. So a person is not doing anything after knowing very well that there is no need to do anything. And another person is not doing anything because he is lazy. Therefore, there is a lot of difference in not doing also. Many of us in our young days, Rajoguna Pradhana, activists we become. Everything anybody says, you want to fight. Correct? So there is some establishment is there, some company is there, university is there, college is there. Whatever those people are deciding, we want to fight. You say yes, I will say no. Even among these activists, they will have some friends who are even more lazy to even do activism. Hey, tomorrow we are going to do mass bunking. Do you know what is mass bunking? My condolences. In your time when you were going to college, all these things did not exist. Condolences. Mass bunking means the entire class decides that they are not going to attend class. Wow. Even for doing this, there is some kind of activity required. Some people are so lazy, they say, I have come from far to college. Now even for mass bunking, I have to get up and go out of the class. Shh, I will sit. Imagine. Tamoguna will look like Sattva, but it is coming out of ignorance. It's coming out of delusion. It's coming out of laziness. That is the difference. Before we go forward, let me tell you one more thing. Maya, we said, has these three gunas, correct? Sattva guna, Rajo guna and Tamo guna. Based on these three gunas of Maya, Maya has three powers. Three powers. Because of Tamo guna, that Tamo guna aspect of Maya is called Avarana Shakti. Veiling power. Veiling power. Avarana Shakti. Rajoguna aspect of Maya is called Vikshepa Shakti. Projecting power. And Sattva guna aspect of Maya is called Viveka Shakti. Viveka Shakti. Now all those who have studied Advaita Vedanta, let me explain. Avarana Shakti is Ajnana. Vikshepa Shakti is Moha, or what is called as Adhyasa, superimposition. and Viveka Shakti is Atma Jnana. Example, when we say that I don't know my own true nature because of Maya, I am referring to Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. What does Avarana Shakti do? It veils my true nature. What does Vikshepa Shakti do? It shows something else as me. So I don't know who am I, but I think I am this body, mind, intellect. You understand? Avarana, I don't know. Vikshepa, I think this is me. So there is rope and snake example which we were seeing. How do I see snake? Because number one, I don't see the rope. And then in place of rope, I see something else. So not seeing rope, Avarana Shakti, seeing snake, Vikshepa Shakti. Now to deal with the Rajoguna and Tamoguna aspect of Maya, you have to bring the Sattvic aspect of Maya. So Viveka Shakti will destroy Vikshepa Shakti and Avarana Shakti. So the whole thing is happening within Maya. Ajnana, avidya is also because of Maya. Jnana, vidya is also because of Maya only. And that is why sometimes it is called as Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya. Remember, you have studied it in some other text. Avidya Maya. Avidya Maya is this Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti. Vidya Maya is the Viveka Shakti, what is called as Atma Jnana. But all three are the powers of Maya. Okay? Remember this point. Now, we go forward. Now what? When this Sattva, Rajoguna and Tamoguna, when these three gunas are in my mind, what happens? At different times, different guna overpowers. What happens if there is one guna which is dominating? Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanam avritya tu tamaha pramade sanjayatyuta. When sattva is dominant, it will keep us happy and peaceful. Better word for the word guna in English is mood. Better than nature. We say no sometimes, I am not in mood. What do you mean you are not in mood? Some other guna is dominating now. So I am supposed to go out, but I am not in mood. So when Sattva guna is dominant, what happens? I am happy, I am peaceful. When Rajoguna dominates, what happens? I get into activity. What kind of activity? Mostly selfish activity. Mostly selfish. Sometimes selfless also, if it is guided by Sattva. And when Tamoguna is overpowering, dominant, then mostly I am dull. Or I don't want to do anything. Or everything I am going to do. So instead of lifting phone and putting, I will lift the watch and hello, not here. What are you doing? Dull. Mind is dull. In Sattva, mind is calm. In Rajoguna, mind is active. In Tamoguna, mind is dull. Now, how does one guna become dominant? By overpowering other two gunas. Rajas tamascha-bhibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata. So Sattva becomes dominant how? By overpowering Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Mind you, all these changes keep on happening every day. Therefore, sometimes no, you just feel you are just calm. Cup of coffee. Calm. Very good. Happy also. But at some time you are like, let us do. And sometimes you are too lazy. When tamoguna overpowers, then you don't want to do anything. Even if your bestest friend is talking to you, you will sleep. Even if your most favorite movie is going on, still you will sleep. Why? When tamoguna overpowers, sattva rajas doesn't work. So different guna keeps overpowering the other two and keeps coming into dominance. That is how our everyday is. Vedji, yes. Can I ask you one question? Of course. When have I ever stopped you from asking question? Generally, I am Rajasic. How do you know? Which guna overpowers the most? In a day, which guna is dominant? I can be called as that person. So when I say I am a Rajasic person, doesn't mean I don't have Sattva and Tamas. What it means is majority of the time Rajoguna dominates. That's it. All other two gunas are there. But the only difference is dominating guna is different. So when Sattva is dominant, what happens? Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivruddham sattvam ityuta. How do I know which guna is overpowering? Which guna is dominating? If you feel like knowing something, if you feel like being happy. So Sattva results in knowledge, knowledge results in joy. This is out of Sattva's dominance. Rajoguna results in thoughts like greed, jealousy, too many actions. If that is what is the kind of thoughts that are coming, then understand that Rajoguna is dominant. And Tamoguna, when dullness is there, laziness, carelessness, misunderstanding, that is called Tamoguna. Right? You don't understand anything properly. So different gunas are overpowering. What happens? What is the result? The result is Sattva leads to joy through knowledge. Rajoguna leads to sorrow through attachment, through greed. And Tamoguna leads to ignorance. That is what happens. So when we have lived our life with one guna dominant, our next birth is going to be according to the result. That's why he says, Urdhvam gachanti sattvasthaha, madhye tishtanti rajasaha, jaganya gunavrittisthaha, adho gachanti tamasa. If most of the times I was sattvic, Sattva was predominant, then I will go up. I will go up means I will get higher worlds. I will get embodiments of devatas, etc. Swarga. If I was Rajasic most of the times, I will get the middle worlds, which we are all in. Manushya Yoni. And if I am Tamasic, then I will get the result as Adho Yoni or Bhuta Yoni. Lower worlds I will get. So my effect or my result, my future is according to what I am doing now. What guna is predominant? Now, the most important question. How to tackle these three gunas? Many times there are many people who say, Veji, we can't do anything. So I am not in mood means don't do that. No. That's not the right thing to do. Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita itself has said very clearly that your intellect should dictate your mind. Why? Because that mind which is, guided by the intellect is your best friend. And that mind which goes against your intellect is your worst enemy. Bandhuratmatmanattasya yena atma eva atmana jitah anatmanastu shatrutve varteta atmaiva shatruvat. 6th chapter. So, intellect should guide the mind. Means, these moods of the mind we should be able to dictate and change. Mind may have naturally tamasic mood. You say, shut up, get up, it is time to go. Don't be follower of mind. Be the leader and let the mind follow you. How can you do that? You have to win over these three gunas. How can we do that? Force yourself to move from tamoguna to rajoguna, rajoguna to sattvaguna, and sattvaguna to beyond the three gunas. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga are the paths to do this. In karma yoga, what do? We have to do our duty. Correct? If I have to do my duty, that itself will force me out of tamoguna. Isn't it? My duty is to take care of my family. Will it happen by me sleeping in my home? No, I have to get up. And then karma yoga says, offer that duty, that action to God from rajoguna to sattvaguna. Do you see the connection? Do you see the connection? So karma yoga forces us, helps us in changing our guna pattern. That is what karma yoga does. And that is why we are saying solution of everything is karma yoga. If you say, my mind is not there when I am sitting and doing japa, do karma yoga. No, I sit in the class, I understand few things, but few things I don't understand. Do karma yoga. Many problems, one solution. Problems can be anything. Solution is one only. Do karma yoga. Vedji, I am attached too much. Therefore, that creates sorrow. Do karma yoga. The answer doesn't change. So slowly we have to come from tamoguna to rajoguna, rajoguna to sattva, and sattvaguna to beyond. Beyond three gunas is called gunatita. Right in the second chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna said this. Arjuna, traigunya vishaya vedaha, nistraigunya bhava Arjuna, nirdvandvo, nityasattvasto, niryogakshemata. See, nityasattvastha bhava. Be ever in sattva. Then what will happen? Then you will go to beyond sattva also. So from tamoguna, you change yourself into rajoguna. That's why, see how our scriptures are guiding. Many of us say that we have one complaint that I can't get up early in the morning. Many people, they say, no. Elderly people, this is not for you. You have a different problem that you don't get sleep. That this is not your thing. Most of the younger people, they say, we want to get up early, but we can't get up early. What should we do? No, some people are very funny. If you ask them for solution, no, they will give solution which is of no use. Means, if you ask them, I can't get up early, what should I do? Get up early. If that was the solution, I would have taken, but I can't do that. So, what is the solution? See, you can't get up early is tamoguna, laziness. So, what you should do? Have an activity that you are going to do after getting up. It is not the question of whether you are getting up early or not. When you get up, what are you going to do? If you say, I am going to get up and meditate, it won't work. Why? Because from tamoguna, if you try to jump to sattva directly, it will fall back into tamoguna. No. Come out of tamoguna, what you should do? You should make an activity. What? We will all go for walk. By car, we will go for walk. Why? That garden which is used for walking is so far. So we will take our car, we'll go there, then we will walk. Exercise. Rajoguna. We'll go play football, cricket. We'll go. From tamoguna to come out, rajoguna is the solution. Don't give them sattvaguna. Get up early at 4 o'clock and study. It won't work. Doesn't work like that. You come out of tamoguna by doing rajoguna. Now once somebody is in rajoguna, you make that person calm and give him capsule of sattvaguna. That you are running around whole day just for 5 minutes. Sit down calm. quietly sit down. Just to reflect upon all the actions that you have done. Slowly from Rajoguna you move to Sattva-guna. And then what? Stay in Sattva-guna. That will take you beyond Sattva. The bondage of Sattva is removed by Sattva-guna only. You just stay there, remain Sattvic. You will go beyond. Okay? Solution to Tamoguna is not Sattva-guna. Okay? Solution to Tamoguna is Rajoguna. So when somebody is not doing anything for the country, such a person is there, and then you go Sattvic person, and you, whatever we do in the world anyways has no impact on the world. Don't give him wrong philosophy. No, but Vedji, this is the correct philosophy. This is the correct philosophy for the Rajasic person, because you want to make that Rajasic person into Sattvic. For Tamasic person to make it to Rajasic, this is not the right philosophy. What is the right philosophy? Get up! Every day for 25 hours you should work. Vedji, but there are only 24 hours. Correct! Don't stop. Why? Because that is how they are going to change. This is what Bhagavan Shri Krishna says in 3rd chapter, Na buddhi vedam janayet adnyanam karma sanginam. Joshayet sarva karmani. He says or no? Now once they have started doing action with so much of Josh, now you give them Sattvic element to them, saying that anyways you are doing action, please think, whom are you dedicating that action to? I want to become the best businessman in the world. Very good. Why? Because that will not allow him to fall into Tamoguna. Correct? Very good. But then you ask, what are you going to do by becoming the best businessman? Make sure that your business helps other people. See? To Rajasic person you can give a capsule of Sattva-guna. To Tamasic person don't give Sattva. You can make him Rajasic. Competition. What competition? How many Surya Namaskaras we can do? Very good. Do. That is the way. From Tamoguna to Rajoguna, Rajoguna to Sattva-guna, and then stay in Sattva-guna so that we can go beyond. Now those who have gone beyond Gunatita Lakshana, they are given in towards the end of this 14th chapter. Who is this Gunatita? One who has gone beyond the 3 gunas. What is his vision? His vision is very different from everybody. He is the same person who is Sthita Prajna in 2nd chapter, Bhakta Lakshana in the 12th chapter, and 5th chapter also Jnani Lakshana which had come. The same person now is explained as Gunatita. What does he do? Nanyam gunebhyah kartaram yada drashtanu pashyati. Gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhi gacchati. He understands that I am different from the 3 gunas. So, na dveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankshati. So when one guna becomes dominant in the mind, he doesn't change, he doesn't get affected. Gunaihi yo na vichalyate is said. He doesn't get affected by guna. That today tamo guna is overpowering. Okay, let it. But mind you, this is the nature of Gunatita. You don't say okay. We as sadhakas cannot say, oh, okay, today Tamoguna. If Tamoguna is there, I must become Rajasic. If Rajoguna is there, I must become Sattvic. For sadhaka, that is how it is. For Siddha, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He remains udasina. That is what is said here. Udasinavad asina. Gunaihi yo na vichalyate. He just sits there. As what? Indifferent. Udasina. Very, very beautiful. Guna vartanta ityeva yo avatisthate na ingate. He doesn't change. Just remains there. Then what? When somebody comes and praises that person, oh, you are the best person in the world, and when you speak, you know, you move mountains, and He says, okay. And then another person comes and says, you are the worst person in the world and you are, boj, or you are complete burden on this entire earth and you should not be alive. That person still doesn't say anything. Samadukha sukha swastha, samaloštashma kanchana, tulya priya apriyayoho dhiraha, tulya ninda atma samstuti. Mana apamanayoho tulyaha, tulyaha mitra aripakshayoho, sarvarambha parityagi gunati tassa uchyate. This is the goal. We have to become gunatita. Careful. Now suppose we are tamasic. To become gunatita doesn't mean we have to jump from here to there. It won't work. Anyways, Bhagavan says, gunaihi yo na vichalyate. So, Rajoguna is coming back, no problem. Tamoguna is overpowering, no, don't do that. What is the path from Tamoguna to Rajoguna? Rajoguna to Sattvaguna, Sattvaguna to beyond. How? By remaining Sattvic. Nitya Sattvastha Bhava. Bhagavan says, one who has unswerving devotion for me, Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate, sa gunan samati ityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Another way he gives of controlling gunas or going beyond gunas. What? Dedicate yourself to God. That's why I said karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. All these paths are for what? To tackle these three gunas. These three gunas means what? To tackle Maya. Use the Maya to go beyond Maya. Use the Sattvic aspect of Maya to win over Rajasic and Tamasic aspect of Maya. Use Viveka Shakti to break Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti. That is what we are supposed to do. Now in the 16th chapter, whether it is Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, 17th chapter Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga, even in 18th chapter for lot of verses, this analysis of Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic is done. Sattvic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha, I was telling you. Whom do they worship? Sattvic, those who have, they will worship Devatas, they will follow Dharma. Rajasic people will worship Yaksha and Rakshasas. Why? Because they are behind Dharma and Artha. They are behind money and power, etc. Not Dharma, Artha and Kama. And Tamasic, what they will do? Tamasic people, they will worship the Bhuta Pretas, Pishachas, black magic, etc. they will do. So from whom they are worshipping, you can imagine what kind of Shraddha they have. Now naturally when they will have this kind of Shraddha, they will get the result based on that. In every single aspect of your life, you can analyze that aspect using these three gunas. What is Sattvic food, Rajasic food, Tamasic food? All description is there in 17th chapter, you will see. Yajna also, that selfless cooperative endeavor also can be Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Based on what? Based on how you are doing. If you are following the scripture, doing correctly, Sattvic. If you are not following according to your desires, Rajasic. And you are not following any rules, it's Tamasic. Tapas also 3 types. Dana also 3 types. When you give charity also, it is 3 types. Why? Some people are doing dana because it is their duty to give. Some people do, if I do, then my name will come. And some people, in wrong place, wrong time, they will give dana. All description is there. Tyaga, giving up, is also of 3 types. Vision is of 3 types. See how beautiful analysis 17th and 18th chapter using these 3 gunas. So actually what Bhagavan does is, he uses this Sattva and Rajas, Tamas, these 3 gunas as 3 parameters to check everything. He says vision is of 3 types. Sattvic vision is what? Holistic vision. This is the whole thing as one. Rajasic vision is divisive vision. They will say, you are from where? Karnataka. Oh, I am from Maharashtra. But both of us are from India. That uniting factor, the one who focuses, Sattvic. Rajasic is the one who will divide people. You are Karnataka, I am also Karnataka, but I am North Karnataka. I am coastal Karnataka. Now, oh, coastal, I am also coastal Karnataka. From where? I am Udupi. You are Mangalore. 1.5 hours distance between Bangalore and Udupi. What? Divisive. Tamasic vision is what? Fanatic. Means mind, that small part, is seen as the whole. See how the vision is different? Sattvic vision will see the whole thing as one. Rajasic will see whole thing as parts. And Tamasic will say one part is whole. So only Kannadigas should stay in Bangalore. All other people get out. You see how the mind works? Not only you have differentiated, but you have said we only have right here. Why? We are the only. Fanatic. Sattvic vision, Rajasic vision, Tamasic vision. Sattvic understanding, when somebody says you understand. Rajasic understanding, you are doubtful. Tamasic understanding, wrong understanding. Remember example, go straight, take right. Some people will go straight, take right. Other kind of people, second type of people, they will go straight, they will say left to right. They will confuse, first is about what is left, what is right only, and then what was the instruction. And Tamasic are confirm, go straight, take left. See how understanding also changes. Fortitude changes. Fortitude means dhriti. Dhriti is what? To finish the work. You started something, you finish. So some people, when obstacles come, problems come, they become more determined to complete it. Perseverance. They say nothing doing. More obstacles, more emphasis. Second, when obstacles come, they start to run away. Rajoguna. Tamoguna are best. Why? Thinking that the obstacles will come in future, they don't start only. Sattvic people will reach the goal. Why? No matter what obstacles, they will still go forward. He says Sukha also is of 3 types. Beautiful slokas all these are. He says Sattvic Sukha is how? Maybe immediate pain, but long-term gain is called Sattvic Sukha. Means exercise. Best example. Immediately some pain. You have to get up, you have to stretch your body. Some pain, but long-term gain. Rajasic is how? Immediate gain, but long-term pain. Rajoguna will say what? We'll see. That we will see will be a problem. And Tamoguna is different category. Now also pain, after also pain, but they think that it is gain. That is called Tamoguna. So you have a problem, you don't deal with the problem, cover the problem. Ignorant. That's not solving. It is so nice. Problem is nice. Tamoguna. So Bhagavan says, everything in the world, Arjuna, is divided into 3 gunas. What you must do, you must go beyond the 3 gunas. For that, devote yourself to me. From Tamoguna become Rajoguna. From Rajoguna move to Sattvaguna. Stay in Sattvaguna and you will become Gunatita. Alright? This is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Path of discriminating 3 gunas within themselves and path of discriminating gunas from the self. That I have nothing to do with these 3 gunas. Why? Because they belong to the mind. I am not the mind. Okay? That is what Bhagavan says. Tomorrow will be the last topic, which is called Purushottama Prapti Yoga. The most important 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You know 15th chapter is the most important, isn't it? That is what we will see tomorrow. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ